the actual paddles that pump the water out isn't turning because it's blocked up. We're about here and we're heading into this channel, so I want to cross it at right angles. So here I am at Gary White's, the bitter end. It's probably like my favourite store here on the coast. Alright, so I've come back down to the dock. Probably like, what is it? It's Saturday. And I'm just going to have a look at the hull. I can't really afford to do anything because I've got no money. I'm just going to have a little look around, and I've got my little hammer here, so I'm going to try and attempt to sound the hull. Just see if I can hear anything, any abnormalities maybe, I don't know. And we'll see how we go. Well, it's kind of pointless because I really don't know what I'm doing. There's no big thuds, which is pretty good. There's no real soft spots, so I guess that's something. Like everything, that's moving the whole boat, so there's no movement up in the rudder post. That's pretty good. As you can see, the previous paint was black, and then the stuff before that was blue, I think. I mean, it all looks pretty good. One thing here, I was wondering what it was. It's kind of like a membrane. I guess it's to slow down the water from seeping in up through the shaft. It's called a flexible bellow. It could be a flexible bellow. I don't know. But you know, the rudder the prop seems pretty good, except for this. There's a big chunk taken out of it. I don't know. That's not supposed to be there. But it really looks like it's on there, so maybe they broke it trying to get it free. Last time they had it out of the water. But I mean, I think it seems alright. I'll probably try and replace this nosing, but we'll see what happens. This fleckling, I don't know exactly what it is. I reckon it just sands straight out. I saw a couple of blisters when we hauled it out the other day, and I guess that's one there, but like, and one there. The people usually have blisters like this big, so I don't know, it's really nothing. And there's a few, you know, bits like that are coming away, but it has been 2 years since it's been painted, so that's pretty normal. And I'll just I'll sand the whole lot back with 80 grit and an orbital, see what happens. But I don't know if I'm going to do that this side of the Saskatchewan trip, because I don't know. I'm really screwed for money, and I've got a lot of stuff to pay for before I can go. The Seacox fittings look pretty good. I don't want to get too close to this one because poo comes out of it sometimes. It looks good. On the way over here, my speed indicator stopped working. It seems to be going alright, so it must be a little bit more internal. Maybe there's some corrosion in the wiring on the other side of the hull. When I was looking at buying the boat, I kind of just looked into the history and made a decision on what was available there. And then I got Mike Moran, I think his name was, from Wet Dock Diving to come out. He actually came and cleaned the hull in his scuba gear and did a bit of an inspection, or as much as you can when you're diving. And you know, he's been around boats for 20 years or something, so I thought he'd have a good idea of what's typical and what's not. So he did mention that I'd need about a handful of epoxy, or you know, fiberglass, to fill in a small hole at the front of the keel. And now that I see, I think he was talking about that, which is a little bit, it's opened up a little bit. It's really nothing. You can't see into it. I think I'll end up chipping that thing off and then just moulding the whole lot. And once again, there's just more of this kind of stuff. But all in all, I think the hull's pretty good. I'm happy to go to Saskatchewan and come back, and I'll sand it back and paint it up. I don't know, there's not really that much work to do, which is, at this stage, I think. I will be looking a little closer at the prop and see what's going on there, but I think it looks all good. Alright, so I want to step completely off topic here for a sec, and you know, I realise that one minute we're talking about hull repairs and the next minute I'm getting all serious and all squared up in the camera. It's been brought to my attention the current political state in Australia with the Tony Abbott government, or regime as I like to call it. I've been completely ignorant of what is actually going on down there. Being up here in Canada has been fantastic. I've been on quite a roller coaster for the last year. Moving away from what's happening in the world and not communicating too much with anybody about it. It's just not working anymore, and I've tried to believe that, you know, the world's a fantastic place and we're doing the best that we can for the planet, which is all complete bullshit. Can't really sit back anymore, and I'd like to say that I'm now back, and I am going to be paying more attention to what's happening, whether it be the Great Barrier Reef being completely raped at the moment, whether it be coal seam gas operations in New South Wales. I'm going to be onto it and trying to do what I can. And if all I can do is sit here and on my weekly shows put this link up to Max Egan's The Crow House for people to watch. I know my channel isn't the most popular on YouTube and the exposure's not going to be that great, but if it's all I can do, it's all I can do. So I urge you to take a look at the link and make up your own mind. If you are already familiar with Max Egan, that's fantastic. And I mean, I know there's plenty of truthers out there that are spreading the word because the media just isn't doing its job. Or maybe they are doing their job perfectly, which is pulling the smoke and mirrors out. I guess I've just been watching Max Egan for the last 2 or 3 years. You know, he speaks truth, and I really think he's doing a fantastic job. So check him out and see what you think and let me know, or just stay silent. But basically my intentions are to help promote Max Egan's The Crow House. Speakers like him who are all trying to help the situation at the moment. Check it out, and I'll see you next week.